Good evening. Tonight's story explores a terror that doesn't need a dark house or a desolate road. It finds you right where ye feel safest, behind the glowing screen of your computer. This is the account of Liam, a 24-year-old software developer from Seattle. Liam was an intensely private person, spending most of his free time programming side projects. He lived alone in a neat, quiet house in the suburbs. One rainy Tuesday night around 1 a.m., Liam was coding on a new networking project. He was using a simple, encrypted chat client he had built himself, just for testing stability. The client had no public access. Liam assumed it was a bug. Maybe his friend Mark was trying to be funny. He typed, "Mark, cut it out." The reply was instantaneous. "I am not Mark, but Mark is asleep now." A cold wave washed over Liam. He immediately checked his phone. Mark had just sent him a text saying goodnight half an hour ago. Liam's blood ran cold. This was impossible. This was his private, unlisted server. Liam typed back, trying to sound calm. "Who is this? How did you get this address?" The new message took longer to appear. When it did, it wasn't a reply to his question. It was, "Your bedroom light is out. Why is your desk lamp still on?" Liam didn't hesitate. He shot up from his chair and turned off his desk lamp, plunging the room into total darkness, broken only by the monitor's glow. He backed away from the desk, heart hammering against his ribs. He looked at the window. It was raining heavily, and the glass was fogged up. He couldn't see anything outside. "No, it's just a hack. They have a security camera feed, right?" He checked the chat log again. Another message, typed while the room was completely dark. "Darkness doesn't help. I see in thermal." Liam grabbed his phone and ran into the kitchen, a space with no exterior windows. He frantically called Mark. No answer. He called the police non-emergency line, but the line was busy. He received a notification on his phone. It was from the chat client, pushed through the network. "You ran to the kitchen. That was a bad idea. Your back is to the door." Liam spun around. The kitchen door was closed, but the fear was paralyzing. He heard a very faint, almost inaudible metallic scraping sound coming from the front of the house. He knew that sound. It was the sound of a key being gently inserted into the front door lock. He realized the intruder hadn't hacked the server. They had somehow known his location and had been observing him physically. How long? Days? Weeks? The scraping sound stopped. Then the distinct quiet click of the lock turning. Liam had only seconds. He scrambled into the pantry and quietly shut the door. He held his breath, listening. The front door creaked open. He heard the slow, deliberate squish of wet, muddy shoes on the hardwood floor of the living room. The intruder wasn't trying to be quiet. They were making a statement. The steps stopped right outside the kitchen door. The silence was absolute. Liam could hear his own heartbeat deafeningly loud. Then, a sudden, heavy slam against the pantry door. Not a kick, but as if a shoulder hit it. Liam cried out, a muffled gasp of sheer terror. He heard the deep, raspy voice, exactly like the chat had predicted, right through the thin wood. "I found you, Liam. You shouldn't have turned off the light. Now I have to look harder." The air in the pantry suddenly dropped to an icy cold. Liam could see his own breath fogging up in the dark.